You're in a room full of people who are more successful, more experienced, and more talented than you. You're nodding your head, but inside, your heart is racing. You're waiting for that one moment that somebody asks something and you don't know the answer to it. And then everyone else would realize that you don't belong here. Most self-help gurus will tell you that the cure to this is to tell yourself affirmations and just believe in yourself. But that's a waste of time. Imposter syndrome isn't a disorder. It's biological calibration signal. It's your brain telling you that you have entered a higher status environment and your current version isn't quite there yet. Today I'm showing you the imposter advantage, and I'm going to show you how to use the fear of being found out as a source for absolute mastery. So let's get into it. Confidence is often the enemy of the growth. When you feel like you belong, you stop auditing your performance. You get lazy. You rely on the vibes instead of values. The science behind it is that when you feel like an imposter, your brain is in a state of hypervigilance. Your prefrontal cortex is open wide. You're absorbing the data faster. You're noticing details that the confident people are missing because they're so busy listening to their own type. So the shift is that stop trying to feel worthy, because worthiness is just a feeling, but competence is a fact. And we are going to swap that feeling with a fact. Protocol 1, the first step to imposter advantage is strategic paranoia. Instead of trying to push the fraud feeling away, I want you to lean into it. Ask yourself, if I was really the fraud, where can I find hole in my game? List every specific fear you have. For example, I don't understand XYZ. I don't know the history of the industry. I don't know much about the head of committee. I'm not as good at speaking as they are. I'm not as fast as they are. So in this case, you have created a high intensity learning map for yourself. Most people just wander through their life, hoping they're good enough. You're now hunting your weaknesses with surgical precision. The fear isn't a threat, it's a GPS to your next level of sovereignty. Protocol 2, the 3x preparation rule. Because you feel like an imposter, you have a natural drive to over-prepare. This is your competitive edge. So the rule is that if the confident people spend an hour of preparing, you must spend 3. If they just read the summary, you read the whole report. If they have just one backup plan, you will have 3. So in this case, we want to create advantages for you. And by the time you get into that room, you might still feel like a fraud, but you will be the objectively most informed person there. You're using the anxiety to build a wall of competence so high that no one can climb it, not even your own self-doubt. Protocol 3, the scientist identity. Finally, you must switch your identity from the performer to the scientist. The reason that the imposter syndrome hurts is that you're worrying about your status. You're worried what people are thinking about you. So if you decide that you're just a researcher in a lab, you're there to gather data on how high performers work. If you make a mistake, you aren't a failure of your soul. It's just a failed experiment. When you stop trying to be someone and start trying to learn something, the ego vanishes. And when the ego vanishes, the imposter syndrome has nothing to attach itself to. Remember this, every great person you admire has felt like a fraud. The difference is that they didn't let that feeling paralyze them. They used it to outwork everybody else. If you feel like an imposter, congratulations. It means that you have finally stepped out of your comfort zone. It means that you're in a room big enough for your potential. Don't fix that feeling, use it. So I got a challenge for you. The next time that fraud feeling hits, don't do the affirmation. Go do 2 hours of deep research on a topic you're afraid of. Turn the heat of anxiety into the light of mastery. Comment mastery below if you're done trying to belong and you're ready to start dominating. Use your anxiety to fuel you to get ahead. And I'll see you in the next one.